Veterans Day and Remembrance Day, we invite you to rise and start your day with Mornings in the Lab. Endorphins are running through my brain this morning, nation. Good morning. I'm Keith Billis, and this, oh, baby, no, this isn't your normal, typical morning show. No. Fair warning. We keep it raw. We keep it R-rated in here. Get those kids around on this Veterans Day, Remembrance Day, whatever the hell day it is in John Anderson's loop. Yeah, you got to put the headphones on or walk the children out of the room because they might be offended by something Christina Flynn says later this morning. You never know. Or Marty might drop a bomb. And Johnny's got things just coming out of we know John's got something to say. Listen, this morning, the show is packed. Yes, Dr. John Page is joining us for Center Stage and Deep Dive. Listen, Johnny's a pastor. No, not Anderson. Johnny Page is a pastor. And he's a spiritual leader who strips away the bull. And shows you what's really holding you back. Jory Jansen's here dropping in later today with some holiday nutrition tips. Holidays are around the corner. We thought we'd start thinking about how business athletes can fuel themselves as they get through the holiday season here. I'm going to be one-on-one with John Anderson later this morning in the gym, and Christina and I are going to break down the truth about purpose in business and branding. Listen, quick headlines before we dive in, though. Month. Yeah, it's November right now. It's November 11th today as I date the show. Yeah, no month is here. And we are in our second weekly loop of the month. The first loop separated the talkers from the doers. Which one are you? And hey, listen, if there's something that's holding you back this month, don't wait for everybody else for the January resolutions. No, don't wait. Get started right now. Say no to something so you can say yes to what you really want to do. Yes, true story. And also, listen, the League of Business Athletes is out right now. Applications are live. 10 men, 100 days, 100 hours, 0 compromises. One result, success. It's inevitable. Listen, if you're going to hang out with Anderson and Billis and Marty and Flynn and Adam House and AJ Zaglin and Jory Jansen, success is inevitable. Yeah, that's the sound. Yeah, true story. Success is fucking inevitable. Listen, if you're getting value from the show, and I don't know how you couldn't be, frankly, you got to follow us. You got to hit the subscribe button. You got to like the show. And then listen, if you don't, just go somewhere else. Go tune into some other show. But if you're looking for a reason to help yourself be held accountable, this is a show you want to be on every single day, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Monday to Friday. But listen, let's get into it. Jimmy, I'm going to pivot over here. We know how this works over here. Let's bring the crew up on stage. We got Marty in black on black with the red headset. We got Johnny.
Navy blue.
Oh. That's not baby blue. I don't even have my navy. Thank you. Okay. Marty, go ahead and hit the button. Correct Uncle Keith over there.
It's okay, man. You know, I still like it. It's all good.
We got Johnny. Christina, Marty, look at Johnny. It's all in black on black. He's got the light on his face over there.
Silhouette, like the tall glass of water silhouette.
Like, who is this guy there? He's just American as fuck today. And I like how the camera angle is a little bit different too. You guys noticed it?
Because my videographer's here.
Yes.
And we have just been crushing. He's been working me to death. And so he was in the studio. He's like, look, we got a new cameras. We got to set this up because it's time to get you into the front row of this whole studio. The studio is here, but you're still looking straight into your goddamn computer. So we got the tripod over here with a camera staring at me, fucking wires going everywhere. I said, look, dude, you got to make it simple. I need one plug. So all I got to do is plug in one fucking thing and I'm up and running.
Johnny, one thing he did not tell you is that your front-facing camera is actually the tripod. So that's the one that's going to show us your face.
I know it, but as I understand it, that when I'm not looking directly at the camera, it's a different new vibe that seems to be sweeping the internet, social media, whatever you want to call it. So I've been scaring out everybody for months now. This is supposedly the new thing. So
I like it, Johnny.
So it's hard
I
to do that. So Jimmy, from now on for the rest of the show, I'm going to do this.
And I'll talk like this.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to symbolize somebody else filming you. Does that make sense? That's what it's supposed to look like. Somebody else is in a room.
Johnny.
Somebody else is in a room filming me. That's what it's supposed to look like.
Well,
I like
it looks like it too, bro. You're looking really good there. Johnny's got the black on black with the American is fuck t-shirt. And today's a great day. Veterans Day, Remembrance Day for all of the heroes here in North America that give us the freedom that we all have here. And Johnny's celebrating now with that American is fuck t-shirt. Of course, Marty's got the navy blue, not the baby blue, navy blue shirt on here today, the red headset. I'm black on black, white hat. And Flynn is in the black on black with the white headset. How are you guys today? We just wrapped up a 2-day weekend loop here. What is shaking today? Let's go around the table. Flynn, I feel like you haven't been around for a couple of days. You've been busy. You've been active with life and family and so forth. How are you today, Christina Flynn?
I'm doing good. As being the mom of 2 young kiddos, life is always an adventure. And so we've got one home sick today. However, as I know you played the video on Friday, little guy.
He played the video more than a Friday. He played that video every day.
Banksy he's getting better. He's not throwing insane tantrums over the soother. We are slowly, it took 6 days, but we are on our way out. So his addiction was strong.
Yes. Oh, you mean this one here?
Of course, yes.
That's crazy, man.
And just so you know, Christina, I actually shared a story where like my middle daughter was really in the same position. I shared a story. It was brutal. So I actually shared a story to back you up of how nasty going through that is. So I feel
you know what? You got to feel for them. You got to feel for them because they're babies. Get over it. They're addicted. Like when I took that away, it looked like my daughter was a heroin addict. Like she was like, where is it in your pocket? Like she was just like, just a little, give me something. So it's real. It's hard for them.
I can remember a few times she was crying. I was crying. It was like, you don't get to put your kid in timeout and leave. You're in timeout with them.
Yeah, you stay.
It doesn't work when you just walk away. You got to sit there and you got to go through it with them. So I feel for you.
Doesn't it make you wonder why we do it? Why we hook our kids on these addictions? And then, hey, Marty, I'm taking this addiction away from you now, and you got to figure it out. Oh, by the way, you're 5.
Make our lives easier, and then when it becomes inconvenient for us, because like his teeth were starting to push out, he's going into preschool, then we take it away. So it's all about our own selfish needs.
It's true.
Isn't that true? Yeah, that's so true. And now that the iPad has come into play,
we don't mess around with the iPad.
And I'm so
not
happy
yet.
to hear
not
that.
yet. It will happen. And I think Keith has made me aware of this. He had a great point. He said we always talk about these devices as consumption devices, but they are also creation devices. And there's a lot of things you can do artistically on an iPad that you don't really think about. But yes, 5 and 2, we have not ventured into the iPad yet. Trying to keep it as minimal as possible for now.
Yeah, and that you said so powerful, because what is the device? Is it a soother or is it a creating device? That's such a great way for. I don't think people need to hear that. That was really powerful shit.
That's Keith. All Keith.
I talk about it all the time. It's funny because Lauren and I were sitting yesterday having coffee, and we got the old pop-up on the Apple device yesterday from Brooklyn going, wanted to download an Illustrator, like a creation, like a drawing thing. I'm like, I could not approve it quick enough. Yeah. Because I said to Lauren, I said, the parents that are saying no to their kids right now because they don't want them to be on the iPad, we're setting Brooklyn up ahead of those kids because we're encouraging her to create. So Nation, think of the iPad as a paper tablet for your kids to be drawing on. So anyways, Marty, I know Dad was in town. Marty, how was your weekend, brother, with Dad and hanging out with the family? And how was your weekend, pal?
It was good. I wanted to add something to that real quick before I answer. I had this client, and he didn't let his kids watch TV. And they took a trip to Disneyland, and he was like, my kids don't watch TV, so they don't know any of these characters. Wow. So it's like they're looking forward to it, but they don't know like how exciting it is as a kid because so. But his kids are going to be super smart though. So
that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. Dad was in town with my little sister and stepmom, so that was cool.
That's awesome.
They honored his championship team at Georgetown.
Yeah.
So he got to walk on the court at halftime. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I went. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree for Marty. I think they're Flynn.
I didn't win the national championship and make history, but
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Johnny, how about you, brother? I know you've been actively creating content all weekend. You said your videographer's in town. How are you?
Oh, John,
I'm
I like
tired.
the content. I like the content. The store stuff, that was good. I like that.
Right on.
We
right
need
on.
more of it.
That was some of it right there. Yeah. That was so I'm tired because he pushes me. He's in town. He's look, we're going. I mean, I finish as soon as I finish with this, he's outside the door waiting. As soon as I open the door, I'm gonna have a camera in my face.
Rock and roll.
That's
it. But along with that, we had an interesting little twist. So we're out to dinner. Obviously, live hard, play hard. So we're out to dinner with some friends and literally get back in the car coming home. And Harry gets her phone and she's got a message from her best friend that unfortunately her best friend's daughter passed away.
Oh my God.
Yeah, for us, man, it just fucking hits home because we have daughters ourselves.
Yes.
And she was really she was the age of our oldest. You know, they played together when they were young. So it was really tough to stomach. And so Terry actually she's en route right now. She's with her best friend and they're actually going up to Seattle where she was. Unfortunately, she was an alcoholic. She had herself in a tough spot. But anyway, Terry's now doing what best friends do, supporting her friend so they can go into the apartment where she died and gather the things that she needs to get home. So it was an emotional weekend for sure. It's still going. They're not quite there. They're actually they should be there later today.
I'm sorry to hear that, John, for you.
The silver lining in the whole thing is
I know you always find it.
It just makes you realize that you can't overlook the smallest moments in life because it's so volatile. And it just makes me think, man, number one, makes me so grateful for my girls and the fact that they're okay. And then for Terry, she's grateful for the fact that she can be there for her best friend. So it's as traumatic as it is and was, there's still a way to look at it in a regard from the perspective that can bring happiness, joy, support, help, whatever you want to call it. So just remember, everyone, even the worst situations can bring some sort of so I hate to use the word happiness, but to a weird way, every situation has the ability to bring some sort of a new dimension to your life.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Tina, I'll tell you, Marty, since I've met John here, he certainly has he's encouraged me to look at life differently. And I knew, John, you were going to take us down this path, which I really appreciate. You take the time to create the awareness, to provide the empathy, but then in your own way, you also you give us the opportunity to recognize that life is precious and that find a way to turn this tragedy, this difficult time, into a continuum, into perhaps a loop that you talk about, right? Because this young lady who's passed, while we don't want to lose sight of that, for her family and for you and Terry and your family, it's finding a way to continue, and it's finding a way to take that and turn it into something instead of nothing, right? And I got to tell you, man, I really appreciate that you've taught me since I met you. I really do.
And let me give you a perfect example. I always send my morning text to my mom, my wife, and my daughters. And after this, that next morning, those morning texts were a little bit deeper, a little bit more sincere. I reached a little deeper into my soul.
I bet.
To pour into them a little bit more. And so only because of her passing, it prompted me to take another step in my journey. And so again, just try to look at everything that comes your way as an opportunity, good or bad.
That's it. Thanks for sharing that, John. Thanks for sharing that. Good morning, Mike Quinlan. Good to see you here this morning, my friend. Semper Fidelis, happy 209th birthday, U.S. Marines. Mike's joining us here this morning, of course, from Peru, honoring our Veterans Day today here, honoring our veterans. Good morning, Jack Dugan. I see you here as well, brother. Good to see you. I know, Christina, and you've been chatting as well, and Nation, Marty. We got Dugan here joining us every single morning. You know what he's doing? He's crushing his goals every single day. He's using this show as his accountability. Guys, his free accountability partner. Doesn't cost him nothing. All he has to do, guys, what's crazy? Everybody's looking for this magic. All right, what's the magic? What's the potion? Jack discovers this show. And then you know what he does, guys? He wakes up. Yeah. He just wakes up every single day. And he gets up with us. And then he just starts his day. And it's incredible how magic happens when you show up every single day. So, Jack, good to have you here this morning. Every single day with us here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith and Friends. All right.